Hello. Pat, good morning. Lynn, good morning. Nancy, hello. Michael, my regulars, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. I hope that you are doing well. And let's see. All right. So, anything to ask, to say, to report? Um, Let me know what's going on. Oh, no blanket is over there. It's nice and warm here, that's for sure, right? Oh, hi, Raina. How are you? Oh, wow. You know, it's crazy. So many people have that right now or have had it since um, June. So, gosh, well, I hope that it wasn't so bad for you. I had it last Christmas time and it felt like a sinus infection for me. So, lots of rest, lots of bone broth if you eat animal. And if you don't have some kind of, brothy thing and a lot of nutrients, lots to like really support your immune system. So I hope it wasn't so bad, but yeah, I have a couple of clients I'm working with right now that have that. So anyway, it's going around. And I'm getting ready to travel, so it's like, Um, on that note, so I am leaving today for a trip to Scotland and England. I'm going to be gone for over 3 weeks. So next week, not sure if I'm going to be live. I made some videos though. I made some class videos with music in the background. So they're actually really lovely, and I will be sending my regular emails at the designated time. So my suggestion is whether or not I come on live next week, and the week after I probably will be. So the week after I'll be in Glasgow, and I'm planning on teaching live that night. So anyway, for me it'll be 7 p.m. Or no, for us it'll be 5:30, right? 5:30 for the 9:30 class. So anyway, you'll see emails from me. You'll kind of know where I'm at. If you follow me on social media, I'll be posting a lot when I'm gone. So that's on Instagram, Debbie Robinson Wellness, or on YouTube, Debbie Robinson Wellness. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel because I think you'll get notifications. And I'm definitely going to do a lot more. This is going to be a business pleasure vacation for me, or trip. And so there's going to be a lot of aspects of really getting my head around creating what it is I think we all want and need, and being able to also get a lot of videos shot and images and things like that. So, um, yeah, I'll have fun. It's gonna be interesting. And, it's crazy because I packed last night and then I repacked this morning. I'm basically doing this with a carry-on. I'm gone for 26 days, and I'm basically taking a carry-on and a backpack. So it'll be really interesting to see, and which is how I travel now anyway. But if you actually travel, and I do travel a decent amount, it's a lot of schlepping if you don't pack light. And especially if you're getting in and out of trains or on and off buses. So I guess if you're going to one destination, it's okay. But when you're starting to travel and go up and down stairs, when we get to Edinburgh and we're in Waverley Station, there are probably 50 stairs to get up to where it is that we're going. And you could go around the corner, I guess, and go up the hill and walk that way, but still you're lugging all your stuff with you. So I always remember this one thing that's really stands out for me. Gandhi, the Gandhi. When so Gandhi was a lawyer and, did very well, a very successful man. So could have acquired a lot of things throughout of his life, right? When Gandhi passed, he only had 8 to 10 items that he owned. That's it, 8 to 10. And because he said it's the attachment to things that weigh us down and cause suffering. So I try to remember that. And as I'm packing, I'm thinking, be Gandhi, be Gandhi like. And do you really need all this stuff? And then I pick up my suitcase. I'm like, dang, this is heavy. So anyway, just really, really interesting, to start to think about things in life and what we do and why we do them. All right. So subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If I could teach live, outdoors in Scotland, gosh, that would be such a dream to do that, to be like at a castle, to be able to take you guys with me, to be somewhere. Well, first of all, it's probably gonna be raining the whole time because of the time of year. And even without the time of year, it rains there a lot anyway. Oh, let me turn on. One light is not on. Okay. All right. So here we are. Yoga for wellness. Let's move our body, lubricate our body, stretch our body. Let's see what comes up and let's do it. For the practice, you will need a blanket, a block, and a strap. I'd like to begin today in an inversion. In the inversions, meaning that the pelvis is higher than the heart, higher than the head. And you could do this to any degree that's appropriate for you. I'm going to put the block underneath my pelvis. And for me, that feels okay. For some of you, that may be a bit much, and maybe having an extra blanket may be a better way for you. So the counter indications, those who should not invert and lift their pelvis higher, are those with glaucoma or any eye issues and headaches, if you have a current headache now. The inversion actually increases the volume of blood and fluids, especially blood actually. And there's receptor sites in the carotid arteries that go up and down your neck. And then the aortic arch, which is right above the heart and brings blood into the heart. There are receptor sites there. And when there's an increased volume of blood, it actually stimulates the relaxation zone and the lowering heart rate signal. So this is actually great for blood pressure, for your heart. It's been proven. There are studies that prove the efficacy of the inversion. And so we're going to begin that way to allow ourselves to come into that place, to stimulate parasympathetic nervous system. And then you determine what's appropriate for your body. This is a 4-inch lift if you have a big block, and that might be a little bit too much for you. So maybe getting a pillow to put under your tushy, or having 2 blankets so you could fold them and put one under. The other thing is, it's better to not have too much underneath your head. So I'm going to open my blanket before I come down and to have a really small fold for my blanket. So you decide what's appropriate for you before you come down. And then if you need to avoid this altogether, you could come down onto your back and let your head be on your blanket. So choose what's appropriate for you. It's all about self-care. It's all about taking care of yourself for healthy aging. So bring yourself down onto the ground, come all the way down onto the floor. Bring yourself into the position where you don't have very much behind your head. And let's take a couple of breaths to arrive here to this supine position in your body. Allow your heart rate to slow down. Closing your eyes, let yourself arrive here. Bring your awareness to your shoulder blades. They're in the upper back. Can you rock side to side slowly and see if you could slide the shoulder blades closer to the spine, and then let your body weight go down. This helps to protect the upper spine from rounding. And then when you do that, notice if there's tension in your body. It's good to become very body aware. We're going to elevate our pelvis. So reach for your block or your pillow or whatever it is you're going to use. Walk your feet closer to your body. And then push away from the floor to lift your pelvis up. And then the placement of the pelvis matters. So if you can tilt your pelvis so the first thing that touches the block is the top of your pelvis. And walk your feet away. Then start to let the back of your pelvis touch the base of the spine, the back of the pelvic bones. Closing your eyes, noticing what you notice here. And press your arms into the floor. Lift your upper body off the floor again and slide the shoulder blades towards the center. Take a couple of breaths here. Bring your hands onto your hip bones and gently press one hip bone at a time towards the block or the pillow, whatever you're elevating your pelvis on. And if you're not elevating, still do this, a little settling, a little tilting of the pelvis side to side. And then press both hands. Bringing your arms out to the side, wherever that is for you. If you could bring them pretty high, try to bring them pretty high out to the side. Elbows bent if that's appropriate for you. Bring your awareness to your head, long neck, chin towards the chest. And let's allow the magic of gravity begin to slow down the heart rate and stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. Keep your mouth closed. Breathe in and out through your nose. And bring your awareness to the lower ribs. And as you breathe in and out, try to expand your lower ribs up towards the sky. Really feel them rise upwards. And then come to the side ribs, breathing out, getting wider with the side of your ribs, the lower ribs. And then breathing in and back to the back of the lower ribs.
and then the entire lower rib cage. Let your rib cage expand as you breathe in and out. Feel the expansion. And begin to breathe down to your belly. Breathe down to your low back. Breathe down to your tailbone. And then breathe to the whole lower part of your body. If you want to add on to the inversion, you could walk your feet closer, draw one knee in at a time, and bring your feet up towards the sky, or keep the knees bent. Let the hips sink deep into the sockets. Take a few more breaths here, breathing down to your tailbone. And then slowly lowering your legs, feet are on the ground. Let's take one leg and lengthen one leg. If you'd like to draw the opposite leg in and take hold of the knee or behind the hamstring, deepening the stretch in the top of that hip flexor muscle group. This could be good for hip health, knee health, and low back health. Take one more breath. And then let's switch. Put both feet on the floor. Lengthen the opposite leg. And then if you'd like to draw the leg in, draw the other leg in. Press your heart up towards the sky. And take one more breath. If you'd like to explore having both legs go straight, try that. You could bring your arms overhead. This is a supported back bend, lengthening the front of your body. Push your heart up towards the sky. Push the top of the shoulder blades into the ground. Feel the stretch wherever you feel it. Then move in any way that your body would like you to move. Explore a couple of different movement patterns, stretching patterns. And then last breath. Bend your feet. Bring your arms down alongside your body. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your sacral area, to the pelvic bone and where the weight of your body has been. Then walking your feet a little close to the block, we're going to do 3 times before we actually lift all the way up. But feeling that tension leave the sacrum and the tailbone area, you're going to push your feet into the floor and begin to lift, but don't let the flesh leave the block. So let the tension and the pressure come out. And then slowly let your pelvis go back down. And then pushing your feet into the floor, letting your pelvis lift up and off. And let your pelvis go back down. One more time. Push your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis slowly, and then let your block move out to the side. Let your body go down onto the ground. Bring your hands onto your belly, let your knees fall in towards each other. Noticing what you notice. And then if you did take your blanket and make it a little shorter, go ahead and fold your blanket so you have some support behind your head. If you happen to be tight, if you have tightness in your legs or your low back, or you have low back issues, fold your blanket a little bit more so that you have your head elevated. You don't have the pull of tightness in the upper body as we start to relax and stretch the low body. Let's walk the feet closer and draw the knees in one at a time. Go slow because this is going to tilt your pelvis. And when you lift one leg in and then the other, that's asymmetrical. So we're actually moving some of the muscles that attach to the low back. So if you move slowly, you may be able to reposition something in your body, or even notice something in your body. And then rocking side to side. From here, let's start to bend and unbend the knees, bringing some fluid and blood to the legs. If the legs are right above your pelvis and you have to work to stabilize your core and your trunk, it's a little bit more core work. And if you would rather not do that, keep your knees closer to your chest. Bending and unbending, start to be a little bit more intentional. Move through the center of the heel straight up towards the sky. Sole of the foot up towards the sky, center of the heel up towards the sky. And bring both feet up towards the sky. Point on the inhale strongly so you feel a stretch. Flex, point, and flex. And then take your feet, move your feet around slowly, opposite directions. stretching and warming up your heel. Then go in the other direction. Then draw the knees into the chest. Bring your feet down onto the ground. Let's reach for the strap. Get your strap. Draw the right knee in and put the strap on the right foot. Keep the left leg bent. Then take the strap and move the strap over the sole of your foot. And then come to the center of the foot. Hold on to the strap, the right piece in the right hand and the left in the left hand, and be pretty high, close to your foot. Let's start to stretch the ankle joint. So keep your legs stationary, kneecap points towards the wall behind you. Start to pull on the strap in the left hand so the foot bends and you feel the stretch right over that ankle joint. And then pull the strap in the right hand and then the left. See if you could feel your ankle stretching. Got to keep flexibility and mobility in your ankle joint. Very important for balance, for fall prevention. And it's where the kinetic chain begins. Sorry. The foot is where the body is, the rest of your body, the alignment, the joint coordination that happens. Wherever your foot is, that's going to send signals up and down your joints. So we need these tissues to be communicative and limber. Bring your strap towards the top part of your foot. You're going to bend your knee a little bit, right at the widest part of the toes, and then pull the strap towards you. You may already start to feel a calf stretch. Inhale, and then exhale to straighten your knee. Feel that stretch behind your calf. Inhale to bend, exhale to straighten. And then come all the way to straight. Pull your toes towards you. If you could straighten that knee, you may feel this all the way down to your hamstring, right by your pelvis, by your glute. And then relax. Bring the strap to the center of your foot. And then wrap your hands around the strap. Sort of stretch the hamstring in the back of the leg. Draw the strap down. You could straighten the leg here if you can. And then draw the leg back towards the wall behind you so you feel a stretch at the back of your thigh. 3 breaths here. And then release. Take the strap in the right hand. Hold onto the strap. Let your leg go out to the side about a foot, and then draw the leg back towards the wall behind you. Stretching a different part of your hamstring, which is important for hip health, pelvic health, and low back health. So you could hold onto the strap with one hand, or if it feels like a lot of weight, you could take 2 hands. And then finishing that last breath, come back to center. Take the strap over towards the midline, and then draw the leg back. A different part of the hamstring muscle, so feel that muscle. And then bring yourself back to center. So we're coming into the stretch and then we're taking 3 breaths in the stretch. Take the strap in the right hand. Keep your leg pretty long. Let's stretch the inner thigh muscle, good for hip health and knee health. Let's inhale to lengthen the leg out to the right. Left leg could be straight or bent, up to you. Make sure you're stabilizing your pelvis. And then bring your leg up, bend the opposite leg. Take the strap off. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the right leg and then to the left. See if you notice a difference. And let's move on to the left. Draw the left leg in, take the strap, flossing the foot. So waking up the foot, the sensory aspect of the bottom of the foot, and also pressing back into the system fluids that are in the tissues. And then bring your strap to the widest part of your foot. Hold on to the right hand, holds on to the right strap, left to left. Actually, come to the center part of the foot. Let's do the ankle joint. Pull on the right strap, feel the stretch on the left ankle. And then pull on the left strap, feel the strap on the right. Moving back and forth. Stretching your ankle. The leg does not move. The kneecap is pointing straight back the whole time. So this is a movement that many people have difficulty finding. When I'm in a group class, I need to walk around a lot and help people figure this out. It's only the ankle. The foot is tilting to the one side and then to the other. And you feel the stretch down the side of your leg by your ankle. And then come back to center. Take the strap to the top of the foot. And then a slight bend in the knee. Inhale and exhale to straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. So we're isolating muscle groups here. This is the back of the body. Last one, you're going to come and stay there, hold. And then go ahead and bend your knee. Bring the strap to the center of the foot. Wrap the hands around. Draw the leg down deep into the socket. Right leg could be straight or bent, up to you. We're going to stretch the hamstring, holding each position for 3 breaths. Exhale. And then let's inhale to enter the deep stretch. Stay here for 3 breaths. Releasing after the last breath. Take the strap in the left hand or hold on to the strap with both hands. We're going to move to the side about a foot and then straight back to the wall behind you, a different part of the hamstring muscle group. 3 breaths here. Bring yourself back to center. Coming to center and then towards the midline. Drawing the legs straight back. 3 breaths. And then bring yourself back to center. We're going to stretch the leg to the side, so the adductor muscle, the inner thigh muscle. So take the right leg straight if you'd like, or keep it bent. And then lengthening the left leg out to the side. Last breath. And then bring yourself back up. Take the strap off. Bend your knees, hands on the belly. Check in. So we're going to move on to the bridge. And it's nice to use the strap. You get a little bit more range of motion in your spine when you use a strap. A lot of people like to use a strap. I do as well. And it also strengthens the side of your hip joints, which is really important. So take your strap, loop your strap, or tie the strap if it doesn't loop. And then draw your knees in, bring the feet through the strap and the strap to your top of your thighs. So don't let your legs go too wide here. So don't have it too wide. Then you're going to need to move the blanket away from the back of your head. Let's push the arms into the ground to lift your rib cage up and slide your shoulder blades towards the center. Take your hands down on the ground. Walk your feet away from your body a little. So starting with the feet a little farther away. Pushing out in the strap, feel that activation of the sides of your hips. Then tilt your pelvis backwards so the low back presses into the ground. Long neck. Exhale here. Then inhale, pushing on the strap, slowly peel your spine up. You won't go too high if your legs are far away, maybe right below the heart. And then slowly place one vertebra down at a time. Try to really articulate your spine here, rocking all the way to the tailbone, letting the pelvis tilt forward, and then beginning by tilting the pelvis back, flattening the low back, lift the tailbone off, then the sacrum, then the low back, then start to move to your middle spine. Close your eyes, feel the articulation of your spine as you move through this. Getting nice functionality in your pelvis, your hips, and your spine. And then go through one more. And then bring yourself down. Walk your feet closer to your body. Push out on your strap. Tilt the pelvis back, lower the back. So you're not all the way to your tushy. You're not as close as you could get. Let's do 3 different levels of this. So the feet were far away. Now you're middle, maybe to a neutral leg position. Tilting the pelvis back, exhale. And then inhale, peeling your spine, noticing you'll come a little higher away from the ground. Weight goes towards the upper back area, not the head and neck. So really bend that upper spine to let the weight go to the upper back. slowly placing your whole spine down. Feel that smooth articulation, or try to smooth it out if it's not. Noticing what you notice, closing your eyes. One more. And then bring yourself down. Pause. Lift your head up, slide your shoulder blades closer together in case you got out of alignment. Walk your feet closer. They're as close as they could be. You begin by pushing out on the strap and then press the low back into the floor. Exhale. Inhale, peeling your spine away, getting a little higher now, using your arms to help. Add that back bend to the upper spine. Exhale to slowly lower down. All the way to the tailbone. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. So really articulate your spine. If you need to stop and rest, do that. The next one, you're going to come up and hold it for 3 breaths. You could clasp your hands if you'd like. Really push away from the floor with the arms and the legs. 3 breaths. And then slowly bringing yourself down. 1 vertebra at a time. Lift your heels off. See if you could lengthen the low back. Press the low back into the floor before the pelvis. Stretching the low back and the lower spine. And bring yourself down. Blanket back behind your head. Draw your knees in, take the strap off. And draw the legs into the body. Put your feet down. Let's stretch the waist. Take the right leg over the left. Let the legs touch, the back of the legs touch. Then bring your hands behind your head, clasping your hands behind your head or letting them go out to the side. You decide. Exhale, and then inhale. Slowly let the legs go towards the left. Push the legs away from you so you're as long as you could be from the top of the right pelvis to the bottom of the right ribs. Rocking towards the left buttock. Push that right leg away from you. And then exhale, push your belly button to your spine to come back. Inhale, lengthening your legs away and to the side. And exhale back. One more. Let your body stay there. Let your head look to the right. Push the legs away. Push your belly button to your spine and try to lengthen your right waist as much as possible. Breathe down to the right side. Push that left arm into the ground to help hold the weight of the legs. One more breath. And then bring yourself back up to center. Let's switch. Push your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis up, let your pelvis go back down. Take the left leg over the right. Let the back of the leg touch the top of the leg, so there's no space. Exhale. As you inhale, push the legs away from you. Left waist as long as possible, letting the legs go to the right. Push the right elbow into the ground or right arm, and then exhale back to center. Go slow here. You inhale into the stretch. You exhale, contracting your core to come back. On this next one, you're going to hold. Let your head go to the left. Push your belly button to your spine. Push your right arm into the ground to help support this. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Take your legs off. Push your feet into the ground. Lift your pelvis. Bring your hands onto your belly. So that twisting with the legs over each other definitely stretch the side of the body. Now we're going to go into a deeper twist, which is going to bring that twisting action a little higher into the body. So let's get our block. Bring the block over to the right side. Walk your feet closer, push your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis up, keep your rib cage on the floor, and push your pelvis off to the left. And then draw the knees in one at a time. Keep the arms and the rib cage and the shoulder blades on the ground as you let your legs go over to the right. Maybe in order to keep your rib cage on the ground, you need to put the block underneath your legs or in between, or you need no block at all. So see what you need. Take your right hand on top of your left leg, and then with your mind and with your body, push your left leg away from you. Push the top of the left pelvis away from you. Let your head go to the left. You could lengthen the left arm here and really stretch that left side a little more. Breathe to the left waist and the left back ribs and the left low back. Take one more breath. And draw your legs back to center. Come back to center. Push your pelvis into the ground and bring your pelvis back to a neutral position. Push your feet into the floor. Lift your pelvis up. Push the pelvis off to the right. Draw the knees in. Block is on the left side now. And let your knees slowly go over to the left. Keep your rib cage and your shoulder blades on the ground. And this is where you may need the block to help support the weight of your body. either between the legs, under the legs. Hold on to the top of the right leg. Let the head go to the right. Eyes are closed. You could lift the right arm up. Do whatever you need to do to find an appropriate stretch in your body. Then lengthen your right waist. Breathe to the right waist, the right buttock, the right low back. Take one more breath. Draw the knees one at a time, up, back to center. Push your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis, back to center, and then draw the knees into the chest. Hold on underneath the thighs, spread your legs, knees come towards the armpits, and rock side to side. If you're able to reach up and to hold on to the big toe, come into this variation. Legs are wide, feet are wide. Feel the low back pressing into the ground. And then bring yourself back to center. Come onto your side. Take your hand on the floor. Push away with your hand in your elbow. Bring yourself up to a seated position or a kneeling position. So keeping our joints strong and functional for healthy and smooth aging. Get your blanket. Bring your blanket onto the ground. You come to rest in your joints, in your shoulders and in your hips. Move around a little here. Moving around in that hip and in that shoulder. Let's take one foot at a time back. Flip the toes under. Stretch the back of your leg. Really push through the heel so you feel that stretch coming into your calf. And then the other side. One foot and then the other. Push your fingers into the floor. And then bring yourself all the way up. Come onto your shins. Get your legs a little wide here. Move back and forth, side to side, moving around in the hip joint. Shaking your wrists, opening your fingers, moving the fingers. And then bring your body forward and back. So you feel the tension coming into the thighs. And then bring yourself. Legs are underneath your body. Take your hands down alongside your body. Exhale. Inhale, raise your arms. Let your gaze go up. Exhale, chin to chest, arms come down. Inhale. And exhale. Try to keep your arms alongside your body. Keep your arms up here. Take one arm down, one arm up, stretching the side of your body. Push your heart forward, lift your heart, and then switch. One arm up, one arm down.
Bring yourself back to center. Take your arms, open up, bend your elbows, slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Heart is lifted. Exhale to hug yourself. Inhale. Let your gaze be up as well. Feel that stretch in the chest, stretch in the shoulders, stretch in the arms, adding that extension to the upper spine. Let the shoulder blades slide towards each other. Supporting the back bend, stretching the front of the spine. One more. Stay here. Arms are alongside the body. This is scarecrow arms, great for strengthening posture. Push your hands back. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your elbows down towards your waist. Inhale, like jumping jack arms. Feel the shoulder blades gliding up and down along the back of your body. Try to keep your chin parallel towards the ground. Keep your hands back so as if you were sliding up and down a wall. And then bring yourself out. Shake your body. These are nice movements to keep ourselves healthy. Take out the stickiness of the day. Let's take your block. Strap is off to the side. Let's move our strap. Let's take the block. We're going to hold on to the block like this. Bringing your block forward. We're going to come into a dolphin. Knees are on the blanket. You decide if you want to stay here in the modification of dolphin, or you want to flip your toes under, lift your knees off. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Push through your heels, push your feet into the floor strongly. Deep breaths. Let your head be active. Hold your head up against gravity. Take one more breath. And then slowly lower your pelvis. Block off to the side. Bring your pelvis back onto the blanket so your hip bones are on the blanket. And then bring the elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers, push your hands and push your forearms into the floor. And then let all 5 toenails on both sides press into the ground. Try to push the pubis bone, which is the base of your torso, into the ground. Then push into the ground and try to stretch your rib cage away from your pelvis. Push your heart forward strongly. And then lift your gaze. Feel a really strong stretch in the front of the body, from the lower ribs down towards the pubic bone. Breathe down to your belly. Push away from the floor and push your heart towards the floor. Create as much of a back bend in your upper spine as you can. Feel a deep stretch in your belly. Breathe deeply. Let the breath help to deepen the stretch. One more breath. Stay here. Exhale. And then inhale to look over your shoulder towards your foot on one side. And then back to center. Looking over towards the heel. See if you could feel that stretch alongside your belly button, right underneath the ribs. Stretching the top of the psoas, adding a little bit of rotation into the spine, on the upper spine, and stretching the muscles that are attached to the spine. And then bring yourself back to center. Push away from the ground. Push your heart towards the ground as you're back bending the upper spine. Lengthen your body as you lower down onto the ground. Elbows are out to the side. Fold your hands and let your head rest on the back of the hands. Breathe to your belly. Let's strengthen the erector muscle group that runs from the sacrum all the way up the spine, contracting and shortening those muscles to lift up and strengthening your spine, strengthening your back, strengthening your posture and your alignment. Walk your feet so that your big toes touch, soles are up towards the sky. Push the toenails into the ground. Exhale here. And as you inhale, push your arms into the ground. Lift your upper body away from the ground. Let it be your rib cage and your head that move, not just the head. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more. And then bring yourself down. Take your arms out to the side so the elbows come off your shoulders, palms around the ground, fingertips are pointing forward. Lengthen the back of the neck, let the tip of the forehead touch the ground. Exhale. Inhale, push your arms into the ground, lift your upper body up, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. One more. And then bring yourself down. Take your hands. We're going to come into the cobra. We're going to try to get as much of a back bend in the upper spine as possible. So bring your hands alongside your body. The thumbs are on the mat. The fingers are off. Spread the fingers. Hands are close to the armpit height. Elbows stay close to your body and down towards the ground. Push your hands into the ground and start to slide. Feel like you're sliding your hands back towards your feet, but you're pushing into the ground. You may even get a little movement forward in your body. Forehead touches, big toes touch, soles are up towards the sky. Exhale. Inhale to lift yourself a little higher in your cobra. Exhale to lower. Let it be the rib cage and the head, not just the head. Don't let it be just the neck that's moving. Try to get the back muscles in the middle of the spine to contract to lift you up. You inhale to rise. Feel the back working. One more, bring yourself up. Stay here. Take your hands off. If your body lowers down, stay where it lowers to. Push your hands back down, draw them back, push your heart forward, stay here. Push your pubis bone towards the ground. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself down, fold your hands, let the forehead rest on the back of the hands, take the legs a little wider than your body, bend your knees, and let your legs go side to side. Bring yourself back to center. Come on to one side, whatever side that is. Take your knee, bend your knee, bring your foot closer to your tushy, stretching our quadricep, the front of the thigh. Push the knee away from you. Try to get the leg to come straight off of your body. Bring the heel towards your tushy. Feel like that leg is getting really long in the socket. Take one more breath. And then release. Gonna go to the other side. So you bring yourself onto the other side.
You bend the foot so that bend the knee so the foot comes towards the tushy, and then reach down. Keep that leg coming straight off your body. Stretch that quadricep. Take a few more breaths here. And then from here, you're going to bring yourself up. Check in with yourself. Close your eyes. And let's prepare for Shavasana, the posture of integration, to allow all that great function work that we did sink into your tissues. So coming into any variation of Shavasana that you prefer. And doing anything last minute that you'd like, bringing the knees into the chest or the feet up towards the sky to let your body settle. Or you could come into a happy baby. And let's come into a nice posture of relaxation, Shavasana. Stay connected to your breath. Bende mo kande, udare apare, hariyam kariyam, diname akame, gobinde mo kande, udare apare, hariyam kariyam, diname akame. Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Diname, Akame, Govinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Diname, Akame. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Start to move your hands, your feet, your arms, your legs, drawing your legs into your chest. Coming onto your side, and then all the way up. Closing with a vibration in the throat with the humming sound. Hands are together, press the hands to the heart. Activate the postural muscles. Long spine. Exhale. Inhale. In gratitude, thank you, namaste. All right, so that's it for today. Hopefully you feel pretty good. Hi, Pat, your daughter's in Iceland, but her checked baggage never made it. Wow. Well, yeah, that's crazy. I usually don't take checked baggage. Every time I travel without, which is crazy because it's a lot. It's, to be going for a while and then not taking anything is pretty challenging. So, anyway, I do have one checked bag for my daughter, so hopefully her stuff arrives. Anyway, I hope you feel great. So I will be live next week. I'm not sure, but you'll see the emails that come out, and there'll be links to videos that you could practice that I created. So they're short. There's not a lot of talking. It's beginning the class. There's music throughout the class. They're nice classes. I handpicked them, so I think they'll be really great for you. Thanks, Raina. You're welcome. You're welcome, Michael. Thank you, Nancy. Yep, you'll see me on YouTube somewhere. All right. Thanks so much, and I hope you feel great. I'll see you when I see you. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right. Bye.